What is going on, guys and girls? Rocket Man here, and today we're going to be starting off a new series in one of probably my favorite games of all time, Kerbal Space Program. So with everything that's been going on with SpaceX, they did their Crew Dragon launch, which was pretty awesome and special, and if you haven't seen that launch, you should probably go watch it instead of watching my pathetic Kerbal Space Program video. But in light of all that, we're going to start a space program in this game. So we're gonna start a new game, and we're gonna name it the YouTubes. And I'm going like a bit back and forth on whether we're gonna do a full career mode or just a science mode. But I think we're gonna do a science mode with and we're gonna give it I don't know what sticker. I always like the retro sticker. We're gonna do a science mode, normal game mode. Make sure everything is okay there, and I want to enable Kerbal experience because it's always a fun thing to have and requires signal for control and plasma blackouts. They're all fun things that just add an extra bit of a challenge to the game. And part pressure limits and part G-force limits and Kerbal G-force limits. They're always fun. So apply experience points immediately instead of on recovery. That's fine. So what we're going to do is probably gonna have an end objective for each of the planets. You know, obviously we're not gonna be able to like settle Jewel, but maybe like the moons of Jewel, stuff like that. Put a base on planets, stuff like that. We're gonna figure it out as we go along. But it's gonna be science mode, so we have some stuff to unlock along the way and do a nice progression here. It'll probably be, it won't be the longest series in the world, but it'll probably be something like 20 parts or something like that if I had to take a guess. And yeah, so hopefully we'll just get right into it. Alright, so here we are at the Kerbal Space Center right here. So research and development, we don't have enough for anything right now, so we got to do some basic launches. Alright, so here in the VAB, we're going to do the assembly of some of our first spacecrafts. So you'll notice that I have a couple mods loaded right now. Just a couple that like add to the game without changing it in too big of a way. We have stock-alike station parts and filter extensions and tweak scale. All things that'll help us in building bases, and things that don't alter gameplay too much are in here right now, which is always a good thing. So we're gonna start off with this Mark 1 command pod here, which is always a nice thing to start off with. And we're gonna attach that solid rocket booster to it, the flea right here, like so. Give it a nice orange stripe because why not, right? And then we're gonna need parachutes because parachutes are important for when you want to come back down. So the solid rocket booster, the flea, I don't think it has a gimbal on it, so we're basically just going to go straight up and probably end up coming straight back down, but we'll probably want to limit the thrust on it, otherwise we're going to have a very bad time when we come back down, or we're going to be going too fast to come back down reasonably. So let's add on probably some fins. If I wanted to be smart about it, we'll add on let's do 4 fins, probably like so. And that's probably enough for us to go up with. Do we have any science unlocked yet? Mystery goo. That'll be useful for when we get up to the top of the atmosphere. Though I don't think we're gonna reach the top of the atmosphere for right this second. We'll put 2 on. We'll put 1 to do on the Kerbal launch pad, and 1 to do when we are up in the air. And hopefully that'll be a pretty good ship. We'll call this the first flyer. That's a good name, probably. Save it, and let's just launch. All right, we got Jeb in the pilot seat. We'll do one of these mystery goos right now. Observe it, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything right now, but we will get 3 science from it if we keep that experiment. All right, Jeb, I hope you're ready for everything to go absolutely perfectly according to plan. And we don't want the parachutes to launch. I almost forgot to stage there, but we should be good. And in 3, 2, 1, let's just take off. And there we go. The nice flyer flying off. Let's try to go over the ocean so it'll be a nice landing for Jeb. We don't want him to smack down on the ground. And it looks like we're about to use up all of our fuel right about now. Let it keep flying. Observe the mystery goo while in flight, and that's another 7 science. That'll be good. We'll put that there, and we'll release the parachute probably right about now. So that way we have a nice safe touchdown for our first flight. Oh, let's have Jeb go out and do EVA and take a crew report on the EVA, or on the EVA report. Okay, keep that, and now board again. No. Oh, Jeb. Oh, Jeb. That's not good. Let's deploy your chute there. That's probably not very good. Well, that's fun. We'll probably be able to get back to the craft at some point. We're only 7,000 meters above the ground. Oh boy, let's when does Jeb's parachute deploy? Altitude 1,000. So we're gonna be falling for quite a while, it seems. All right, we're gonna deploy the chute in about any second now. I want to see where our flyer landed. Okay, and I'm pretty sure these are basically like paragliders, so we can come in pretty well to wherever the craft is gonna land. Did we fall faster than it? It probably fell faster than we did. Where is it? Let's see if we can land down on the ground and find where the craft went. Oh, where are you, lander? Unless it got destroyed, but I didn't hear any explosions, so no. Where is it? I can't switch while in atmosphere, and I hope it didn't get unloaded. It shouldn't have. I should still be able to see it, right? Oops, I accidentally clicked out of my game. That was not a smart thing to do right there. Okay, so it says it's about here. Not the apostles. It splashed down at 6.6. Okay, interesting. So I think we just probably need to get closer to the surface, or back around somewhere over there. Is that it right down there? Is that what that is? Let's go find out. Because we want to be able to recover our science. That happened while we were. Oh, that was quite a fall. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Yeah, splash down here, Jeb. It fell over. You know, it was probably safer than the landing anyway, that you ended up landing with your own parachute. Perfect. All right. Look at this crystal clear water. Isn't it amazing? So nice and unpolluted. Jeb, if you could swim a little bit faster, that'd be very much appreciated, bud. Oh, there we go. All right, perfect. Why don't you go ahead and board this, Jeb? Yeah, grab that, board it. There, and now let's recover that vessel. All right, look at all this science that we got. EVA report while flying over Kerbal's water, mystery goo, and recovery of a vessel that survived the flight. These are all perfect. That's 20 science, and Jeb gets his 1 XP point. Means we can hop right in here, and this is only 5, and this is only 5, which means we can unlock basic rocketry and engineering. Bing, bang, boom. That's perfect. We cannot afford any of these yet. Survivability and stability are probably where we'll want to go next, but in the meantime, let's build our second rocket and launch it away, right? All right, first flyer, you were useful to us in the beginning, but now we will get another flyer in the mix. So we have a swivel, which is perfect, or we can just send them up with an even better solid booster. But I think for now we should add a couple fuel tanks to this, like so. That'll be a good amount of fuel tanks. This will probably get us what, 600 meters per second once we attach that swivel. 1,600 meters per second once we attach the swivel. Now we're gonna want some stability because this rocket isn't exactly stable as is. And let's try to make this look a bit prettier, shall we? We'll give it a nice stripe in the center. There we go. That's pretty enough, right? Give it some basic fins, 4 of them again, because why not? Yeah, like so, I think. Perfect. So we got some maneuverability in the air. And give it another parachute. There we go. Now, do we have any decouplers to... We do. We're probably going to need those so we can survive re-entering. Do we have a heat shield? We have a thermometer. We don't have any ablative heat shields. That's fine. I don't think we're going to be doing too much falling that'll burn us up too much, but we do want that thermometer now. So let's attach that thermometer to the side here. We don't need 4 of them. We probably only need probably only 2. We'll put them towards the top so it's nice and aerodynamic. And then let's do one more mystery goo so we can take it up higher in the atmosphere. Take a measurement up high, like so. Reattach our fuel tanks, and I think everything is just about perfect for our second flyer here. Gotta come up with a better name than first flyer, second flyer, things like that. But you know, it's still early days of the space agency. We're allowed to have bad names right now. All right, so if everything's good for Jeb, I think we're gonna just gonna launch with him. Actually, we should probably get some pilots cycling in and out because we don't want just Jeb and Valentina, you know, getting, you know, too good. But in the meantime, we should throw Valentina in to get some experience, and I think that's good for launch. All right, Valentina, I hope you're ready for the inaugural flight of Second Flyer. Take our readings here at the temperature readings are quite literally nominal. We'll keep the experiment. That'll be a good amount later. And let's just get ready to blast off into the we'll probably reach like the upper atmosphere. If I'm guessing, we'll probably end up about here. So if we rearrange these, because we don't want it to end up like this, but we will do this. And then, well, I guess it's not going to let me do it the proper way, but we'll do that. We'll have to start doing that staging in the VAB once we get more complicated here. But in the meantime, let's just prime the engine and go for liftoff. That's probably a bit too much of throttle. We want a nice even out of the throttle there. Just start trucking it to the side so we can get a nice parabola going on, right? That's a math term. Oof, we are getting some resistance going this fast, but that's okay. So long as we still have a nice vertical speed and we are going in that horizontal direction as well, we'll get pretty high up in the atmosphere. We're going pretty good so far. It looks like we may be able to, like I said, upper atmosphere probably at the height of our whatever it's called, loop, whatever. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. At apophysis, will be in a good distance up. 1,000 meters per second. That's pretty good. All right, so that's a good distance that we did here, and now we should be able to just detach the bottom rocket, like so. Perfect. We can probably turn off the stability assist. Well, why not? Okay, we'll take mystery goo while in the upper. It looks like our apophysis is actually going to take us out of atmosphere, which is pretty amazing. We should probably wait till we're up there. Valentina, you're going to be the first Kerbal to make it past Kerbin's Kármán line. Right there, you have now made it past. Good job. Observe mystery goo from space. It seems to be getting very cold now. Oh, I guess we're still upper atmosphere. We're not really at space until we get past that point, but that's okay. We'll keep the experiment, and then we will we'll climb out of the. Actually, we should take temperature readings while we're here. Keep that experiment, and then do a quick EVA. We'll EVA report like so, and then we'll board again. And now we will. Oops, we are spinning right round. Turn on stability assist because that's useful. And now we wait to slowly fall back down into the atmosphere. That's a pretty good orbit we have going on here. Not orbit, but you know, it would be a good basis for an orbit. We can see our house from up here. You can see KSC down that way. So we'll have to see how Valentina fares. She'll probably be going at about 1,000 meters per second, which isn't the worst. You only really need ablative coverings for when you're doing like direct transfer into Kerbal atmosphere from a different planet or whatever. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Never been to this island, but it is quite big, it seems. All right, we're about to hit the atmosphere. Gonna hit the toughest part in probably about like 30 seconds. And ooh, here it comes. It's burning. We're gonna have to see. I have a little bit of a little tactic that I might be able to do to keep us from heating up too heavily. It's not going to be the best tactic, but it looks like we didn't need it after all. We didn't have too much reentry heating, but we should be able to safely deploy the parachute in pretty soon. Oh, that was the rocket blowing up behind us. That was loud. And yeah, we should be able to deploy the parachute, and we'll probably be good at 1,000 meters to fully deploy it, which is coming up very quickly, it seems. All right, 1,000 meters is just around the corner. Gonna watch that parachute deploy as we are very close to the ground here. Deploy the chute and hopefully slow right down. There we go. And only 500 meters to go until the surface. That was a pretty good descent from space we had there. And in 20 meters, 10 meters, and touchdown. That was perfect. A beautiful flight by Valentina, all the way up into space, all around. Great time. Let's recover that vessel. So the game auto-saves our progress. Oh, that's a lot of science that we got right there. 49 science. That is nuts. We got it for vessel after a suborbital flight. We got upper atmosphere recordings, upper atmosphere, launch pad, upper atmosphere, and crew report while in space near Kerbal. That is a lot of science we had right there. Oh, I don't want to go into the VAB. I want to go into research so we can research some stuff real quick. All right, let's do some research and development. So 18, 20, and 15. It looks like we're not going to be able to unlock it all right this second, but we'll definitely do survivability. We'll definitely do stability. And it looks like we're going to need just 4 more rocket for general rocketry. Now, however, sometimes it likes to leave, like, bits about that sometimes help. What are those over there? Are those trees? I've never seen that before on Kerbal. I might have to go... We may have to build like a rover or something to get out over there and see what the heck that is over there. Because I have never seen any form of foliage or anything on Kerbal. I don't think that's a mod thing that's added in either. Because like I said, I don't have anything that does that. So we'll have to go explore what that is. Right now, I don't think we have the parts to make a rover. Unfortunately, we don't have any wheels or anything. But we can definitely go check it out at some point. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that first episode of Kerbal Space Program, hopefully with more coming up very soon. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful YouTube land interaction things down below, and I hope that I will see you all in the next video.